Alrighty, what is going on, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're on a Mammoth by Hurren MX. Now he's been gone for a while, but he's back. He's back with some new bangers. Shout out to Tyler J. Do want to give a shout out to Tyler J. He did send me the track. He wanted to ride with me yesterday, so he bought it for me. So thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it, mate. Basically, the video wouldn't be possible without Tyler giving me the track, and I wasn't really planning on doing a video on it because obviously I don't tend to buy shop tracks, so I don't know. I wasn't gonna get it, but shout out Tyler, bought it for me. So here you guys go. Here's a video on it. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a bit overkill to be on a 450 around here. But, you know, I want to ride the 450. That's sort of my bike of choice, getting a bit of practicing. And, yeah, I think you guys will be seeing this on the Friday, which is the day of Aerial, day of Southwick. So, hopefully, we can get some good results in Southwick. Once again, not the best in sand. But I've been grinding. I've been putting in a lot of hours in the sand, I'm not going to lie. I've been grinding out typical Canadians private sand track. I've been playing that for, like, literally hours. Yesterday, did a bit of Southwick with Dylan, just riding around on the track, basically, on the 2022 version. Literally just did about, I don't know, half an hour or so on that Southwick. Traction definitely felt different. It felt like there wasn't a lot of traction, but I feel like that's just kind of because old traction. I don't think the new Southwick is going to be that bad of traction, so I think we should be okay. I've been playing a bit of Callum sand track as well, Bergham. Yeah, basically just been grinding out sand tracks, and I'm feeling better on it. I'm feeling more confident. I did a few races on TC's private sand track. I did a race against like Cam. I think Skills was in there when he was streaming. And there was actually, Charlie was in there as well, so it was actually quite a good race. It was about me, Cam and Skills had about pretty much the entire race until two people decided to start cutting the track and T-boning me, but it was my daddy, so I literally just ejected them straight away. But just a shame, having a good race. We were going for about 5 or so laps, just like battling each other. Just a shame that it come down to just people being idiots, and yeah, they were ejected as it was my daddy anyway, so jokes on them, buddy. But yeah, basically this track, it's a very overkill for a 450. Like I said, I would recommend maybe a 250 two-stroke or maybe even a 125 around here. I believe it's like an amateur nationals kind of track. Obviously I'm UK, so I've not seen any videos, I've not watched it, I've not been there, so I don't really know what it is actually like, whether it is more of like just an amateur series thing or if it's just like a normal public track. I know it's like a amateur series thing, but I don't know if it's just like a normal public track. But yeah, I think bit overkill, but yeah, definitely would recommend a 250 two-stroke or a 125 around here. But yeah, need to put some practice in on the 450s anyway, just keep getting comfortable on it. And got the new 2025 red gear on. Show you guys real quick. New 2025 red FXR gear, absolutely bark. These new 2025 sets absolutely bark. And yeah, shout out Jake, made a custom helmet as well that goes with it. Going with a whole Rockstar vibe still. I don't know, I feel like Monster is very overused. I feel like Red Bull is very hard to do custom helmets. You can't really do like a custom Red Bull helmet. I mean, you can, but they've kind of got to be like, it's kind of got to be the same color. It's kind of got to be, it's got to have like all the logos and everything on it, like everywhere. I feel like a Red Bull helmet takes up the entire helmet. You can't really have like a custom. Notice that in real life, people that have like a custom Red Bull helmet, it's more of just like a background thing under the colors, if that makes sense. It's more of just like, if you look at it close up, it's a custom helmet, but if you look at it from far away, it isn't. I feel like on Rockstar, you kind of have free will, so in Monster, you kind of have free will. So I feel like, if anything, I like the Rockstar. I've always been around like Rockstar. I've always been just, I don't know, I've always been not brought up around Rockstar, but my dad always has all the Rockstar stuff, all the Rockstar Husky stuff. Had like Rockstar logos on his truck and everything like that when he had a truck. But I don't know, I sort of just always used it in real life as well. My real life bike has Rockstar graphics on it, so it's all just like, I don't know, I just always prefer Rockstar over anything really. I feel like Monster is kind of overused in this game and Red Bull's really hard to do custom stuff, so kind of Rockstar just works. I like Rockstar and it works anyway, so it's all the vibe I'm going for. And I feel like not a lot of people use Rockstar in this game. I don't think there's many people that actually use it at all, so I feel like it's a bit more of like an original thing. Not many people actually use it. But yeah, coming back to track a little bit, it's a very quick track, but it's a very tight track, so you come like bombing down these hills and you have to like slam on your brakes. You've got a tight right hander, then you got to get into the inside right here, tight left hander. That's a right scrub there, scrub this to the right a little bit, and then you go to the left. Now Tyler yesterday was launching like the big table thing before like they finished, but I don't actually know if it's possible. I'll give it a go, but I don't think it's actually possible. He tried it a few times and he didn't get it, so I think it's going to be, I don't think it's actually doable on a 450 at all. If someone has done it, then crazy. I don't know how you would have done it, but It's quite a big line. You can jump onto this here, but it's kind of awkward to do. You can like land in the middle of that little double. I think outside is definitely the quick line through that. Let's choose the outside line here, shall we? Outside line. Oh my word, that went a little bit tighter than what I thought it did. Come down here to the left. Some of these rocks do actually have collisions, so you have to watch out for their rocks. I think it's quite a weird idea to put massive rocks on the track. I don't know if it's like that in real life, like big boulders on the middle of the track. Like I said, I've not actually seen the track or anything in real life, so I don't know if he has got big rocks everywhere. Now this was a line here, so you come flying around here like this, and you can like jump this, but I don't think you can get it on top of it. I really don't see that happening. I don't think anyone's been able to do it. Big line if you do it though, very, very big line. But yeah, like, if I go over some of these rocks, one of them, I think it might be this one. I'm pretty sure I've hit this one before, but one of them does actually have collisions. Oh no, maybe it's not this one, but something to do with collisions. So you go around a corner, all of a sudden you hit a rock. It's quite funny, but I mean, realistic, I guess. You've got to try and avoid the massive rocks that are on this track. This is a very, very small jump. You've got to get right on the brakes as soon as you land. Come up here and that's all scrubbed up. This is a fun section. It's sort of just wide, go around to the outside, little brake, back on the throttle again. Very, very quick section there. And then all the way up this hill. Then you've got to like brake a little bit early up this hill because it goes to the left very, very tight. This inside right is very, very hard to get into, so I tend to just avoid it, go out wide a little bit, and then sort of come across it. That right, you can stay in that. Try not to turn too much in them ruts, because that happens, like I said. Try not to turn in them ruts, because they will just, like, you will slide over the top of them. And I've not mentioned it yet, actually. I'm not going to do, like, a whole entire video on it, because I feel like everyone's done, well, Reebok's done a video on it. I believe Troy done a video on it as well, so I feel there's kind of no point me doing a video on it. I feel like you guys would have kind of seen everything by now, and it's actually written down in the Discord as well. But we're beta 19 now, boys. We're no longer beta 18. We are now beta 19. Big update. Kind of. It's like half big update. Some things are just sort of like bug fixes, and some things are like genuine like physics updates. So they've changed the in like the easiest way to explain it. Basically, the steering used to be based off the rear wheel. So if you're leaning, it would like turn based off the rear wheel, but they've moved to the front now. So I feel like a lot of people are having front tuck issues because they're so used to like having like delayed turning because it's based on the back wheel. That now that it's on the front wheel, everyone's sort of like jamming their stick over and they're front tucking. So I think it's an update you kind of got to get comfortable on, but it isn't one of them ones where it's going to take you ages to learn it. It's just going to be one of them things where it's like bike time and you'll get used to it, but it isn't like a massive bike update. And I believe, coming from the OEM team side, I think we can work on some OEM stuff now that there's actually an update. I feel like that's what was holding everyone back, was not having an actual game update. So I think the OEM team is back on the grind. I do need to sort my GitHub out because I keep getting errors every time I try and do it. Yeah, I need to start testing some stuff, start testing new tyres and stuff, and yeah, I think everyone can look forward to some new stuff coming soon. Can't really say too much about it, but yeah, I feel like could get some new stuff coming soon. But yeah, I think with this update, it's going to just be get on the game, just do a bit of practice, get used to the whole steering thing. I think it's definitely going to be, definitely need to like get used to it for like muscle memory. There are some steering things that have changed. And yeah, if you guys are in my Discord, I did post a whole list of the updates in my announcements channel. So if you are in my Discord, go to my announcements channel, and the whole entire list of things, all the updates and everything are all in that. Or if you're in the MX Bikes community Discord, it's literally in the news section. It's all in there. If you just want to check out every single thing, read through it yourself. But yeah, it's kind of like it's like a big update, but not a big update at the same time. But yeah, we are now in beta 19, no more beta 18. Finally, we got an update. Carboso took his time with the updates, but you know, what can you do about it? I guess he wants to try and treat all the games the same, even though MX Bikes is kind of the clearest one out of all of them. So, not sure why he likes to treat them differently. I understand it, but I don't know why you would want to. Surely you'd want to spend more time on the big game, make it as popular as you possibly can. And the game is growing, like, no doubt about that. The game is growing. We're in like a little bit of a like a soft, not a lot. We're in a little bit of like a divot, let's say, just with like not updates and stuff. Now we actually kind of have an update, but I feel like we can kind of get back on track a bit. We're a little bit where there's no updates coming out. Nothing was changing. There was nothing new really coming out. So now that we have an update, I believe the OEM team, we're all working on stuff now. And then hopefully there's some new stuff coming out of mods soon. Everyone's hyped. Everyone's ready to play the game again, I guess. There is a new track that I'm going to do a video on next week, which is Parker's MX, I think it is. Come out of mods yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, as you guys seeing this, I think, something like that. But yeah, definitely want to do a video of that at some point, but you guys will most likely end up seeing that next week. But yeah, we've got aerial coming up as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get a good result, like I said. And yeah, I've just been grinding some sand, just been trying to get good at sand. I'm not good at sand at all. I feel like that's like, if someone said like, if it was a race in sand, I'd probably be like 5 seconds off like an amateur's pace, so absolutely terrible. But I just never ride sand. But the wise words of Brian Deegan, you know, practice what you're bad at. I know he didn't make that, but yeah. Last time I heard it was in the Brian Deegan video, so yes, practice what you're bad at. So I've been practicing a lot of sand. I've kind of been enjoying it. I don't know why, but I feel like getting better at sand makes it a bit more enjoyable. Normally when you're bad at something, it's not enjoyable. So I don't know. I feel like I've improved. I feel like I've got a bit more confidence in the sand now. And I don't know. I feel like I've been kind of enjoying it a little bit more than what I normally do. So now that I'm actually like improving at it a little bit, I've actually been not hating it like I normally do, which is kind of why I don't do GPs, because it's like 70% sand tracks nowadays. So I think if I can get a little bit better at sand, who knows, maybe I'll do a full GP season at some point. I'm probably even going to get a national number, I don't know what you call it, a 2-digit number, let's say, in GPs, because well, actually no, I only did like 1 round or 2 rounds or something, but I think I got like a 8th or 7th or something overall, so I don't know, it might get me some random double digit, but who knows, we'll see. But yeah, I think that'll do it from me, and this track is on the shop, so it's a $2 track, it is a paid track. I should have probably mentioned that at the beginning, but yeah, it is a paid track by Hurren. So it's a very, very good quality track, but it's up to you if you want to get a paid track. You know, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of these guys that just sort of push a paid track and you're like, get it, it'll change your life. It's a very, very enjoyable track, but I'm not going to sit here and say there'll be hundreds of pub lobbies on it as it's a paid track. Paid tracks just don't fill lobbies. This is what I'm going to say. Like, paid tracks don't fill lobbies. I understand why people don't like them, which is kind of why I don't always buy them, because I don't buy paid tracks half the time because they're never up in pub lobbies. You kind of ride them in testing a few times and that's it. But yeah, there has been a few lobbies up on this track, so maybe if you guys do want to try some few lobbies, give it a go. But yeah, it is $2 on the shop by Hurren, so definitely a good quality track if you guys do want to spend the money on it. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.